Hi everyone, it's Kristen from TerraOnTheBench.com. Today I'm going to just go over the exact way of putting in information for the report environmental concerns section of the website. So first what you're going to want to do is go on to TerraOnTheBench.com. Then at the very middle part of the page, you're going to scroll down and select report environmental concerns. Now, I have a case scenario here where it is a real case scenario, and basically, this is going to be used as an example, but it will follow the same procedures as if it were included by someone else other than myself. So once you're here, it says report an environmental concern. This form is for documenting real observable environmental issues in your community. If it looks wrong, smells wrong, sounds wrong, or feels ignored, it probably deserves to be checked. Submissions are reviewed, researched, and assessed for regulatory relevance. The same process that I would use personally and professionally. When a concern meets the threshold of a legitimate environmental risk, we prepare documentation and pursue appropriate action with local, state, or federal agencies, depending on the severity. This is not a complaint box, so this isn't for you to complain about the situation, but rather address it because it's a viable public health and safety concern. So what you're able to report and what we'll be reporting today is this, not the smoke, but the air quality concerns and vehicle exhaust exposure. And then what we're going to want to do next is scroll all the way down to the form. I tell you everything that you need here, but since I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and fill it out just as a example. So it's me. And then you're going to put your email, whatever it is, right? And then the date. When did you notice it? This particular situation, we noticed it today at around 2 o'clock. So 2, what was it? 2 probably. Actually, no. Let's get a little bit more in depth. It was at 12:20 p.m. The location. Where did this occur, or where was it located? I'm going to show you exactly where it was located. So you're going to go onto Google Maps if you need to actually find the exact location. For this particular area, it was, I'm going to show you here. So basically, this is not it, right? But following along, we're at the corner, the intersection. So just bear with me. This is the soccer. So you're going to go all the way down here. And then we take a right here. So we were at this little intersection. So between the intersection of Lakeshore Drive and East Memorial Boulevard. You can even take a screenshot of this area if you need to, which we'll do later. You're going to go back to the website where so it's Lakeshore Drive and East Memorial. Lakeshore Drive. What was that? Okay. Boulevard. So, intersection of Lakeshore Drive. Okay. Awesome. And then description of what you saw. And actually, if you want to be even more detailed, you could say waiting at a red light or visible during a red light stop. Description of what you saw. I would say it was black, excessive black. Smoke coming from the car's exhaust. Oopsies. Sorry, my X is not working very well. I have to squeeze it or press it down very hard. Okay. And you could even detail the vehicle type if you need to. It seemed like I don't know if it looked fairly new. It looked not old. It wasn't rusty or anything. But this is mostly the section where you're going to just describe the situation here. And then we could say smelled smoke. Well, we could say smelled exhaust from pipe. What else? Okay, let's move on. Any known facility, project, or operator involved. Now, if we look at the pictures, I did end up downloading them. Now, the first picture you'll notice is a little blurry because it's from the window. I couldn't get a good look at it because they were starting to move. I was still stopped. They were in the turning lane. So it was their time to go. Now, I did notice this. So what you're going to want to put is as much detail as you can, and you will be able to upload this picture or the pictures that you have upon the very last question, but you can utilize and say U.S. DOT, U.S. Department of Transportation. And then if you make out, if it's like a truck, or one of those shipping trucks, or the 18-wheelers, you can definitely note down the U.S. DOT. 18-wheelers and trucks have to follow the Federal Motor Safety Monitoring. I think that's what it's called, but that's supposed to be provided to a lot of these trucks because it's there to promote compliance and just in case companies need to track their engagement on the road and as a company. So let's go back to 3698501, 3698501. And what other details can we get from this truck here? Well, that's the next one. It's called Bunny. I cannot make that out. Bunny something. Try to make sure you got pretty good pictures. I understand that sometimes you can't take quality pictures depending on the situation or the current condition that you're in or where you are. So they were moving. I couldn't move fast enough to take the picture. And so it's called Bunny something. Truck company name includes the word bunny. Very good. Icon of a dramatic looking I was about to say rabbit. It literally says bunny. Okay. Rabbit, it looked like an adult rabbit, not a bunny. But frequency and duration, how often do you notice it? If this is a case where you're noticing it often, like abandoned land or excess logging, and it's there for a long time and you see it often, or whatever situation that where there is frequency and a long duration, I would note this. But since this was a one-time occurrence, we'll just say one-time occurrence. And then, of course, if you do see another car like that, or have another, you want to note another car, you would fill out another form. And I do recommend filling out this form again if you have a vehicle where you need to report the concern of excessive exhaust, because there's multiple cars. It could be the same car that you're seeing, and you could say, oh, I've been seeing them often, and so you'd say frequently, or however long you've been seeing them. But since this is one time that I'm seeing this particular vehicle, I would say one-time occurrence. And now this is where you go ahead and add your file. So you're going to add that one, that one, that one, that one. We're going to go ahead and do that. You'll be able to upload as many files as you need. But please do not overload. And, oh, I forgot to mention, obviously, any known facility, project, or operator involved. You can write that And I would say, since we are putting the US DOT number, let's also put the license plate, since that's another very important thing to include. So we've got, oh wow, I cannot make that out. Well, it says Florida BJ8, BJB3AY. Goodness gracious. But yeah, this is a great way to remind myself that you gotta take better pictures. And mind you, I do take better pictures out in the field when I'm stable in a place where I'm not moving. But for this particular case, they were pretty far. I wasn't gonna ride their tail just to get their picture of their license plate unless it was easily accessible. So I would say this is a 8. But we'll do that just to be safe. And then we have that. Okay. Now you've got all your information. Now, is there anything that you guys think that we should add as a field entry to put on this list in case I missed anything? Is there another question I should ask that would help with logging and reporting these conditions? I'll have another example as they come in or as I notice them, because these are things that I'm actually actively doing on my own. But I'm wondering if you all see things and notice things, I would be very happy to assist in reporting it, because these are public health concerns. Like, this isn't okay if we're seeing trucks and people, clearing out land. Have they been permitted? Do we know that they have verification and authorization to do that? I'm seeing a lot around here where I currently am, where some things just look very suspicious. And as an environmental scientist and a steward, it's my responsibility to kind of make sure that someone is accountable for the destruction of our land, as well as our air quality and other environmental concerns. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial. And then you're gonna, send. So when you get send, let's say, for example, form submission failed, review the following email. Oh, they want me to put an email. Please click the sign up for news and updates. I'm going to go ahead and put my email. By the way, this is my business email. So please go ahead and send me stuff if you need to. So everything's good. We're going to click send. There you go. And then you'll get a thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think. And I value constructive criticism. Thank you.